Good evening. Usually I do this in the morning. I had to start early this morning, my day, my construction business. So I didn't have my chance to do this morning. So I'm doing it in the evening. Today is day 8 of my 29-day challenge, and it's called Russian Kung Fu Master Lost in the Streets of Brazil. So David Nurse talks about meeting the Russian billionaire tycoon owner of the Brooklyn Nets and how he was super, super worried about meeting him, his new boss, and how it actually went well. He trained some form of martial arts with his boss, the billionaire. Then he talks about being in Brazil and how he met somebody, and after a game of basketball, after a session, he went to go find some local acai, and the driver left him there, and he ended up stranded in the middle of Brazil with no knowledge of the local language, and nobody there spoke English, and he got really worried, and he prayed to God, and the guy he met earlier in the day ended up just randomly coming and finding him. So, or, whatever, just God put him there. So the point is that not to worry and to wonder about how great things can be instead of worrying about worst case scenario. So he should have wondered how great that meeting can be with his boss, and wondered, that should just wonder about how he's going to get out of the situation rather than worry about worst case scenarios. Today's blueprint action plan, he's got a storm, a lightning bolt, and the sun. So in the storm, you're going to write down what you're worried about. In the lightning bolt is worst case scenario, what can happen. And in the sun is what's your best case resolution. And he promises that if you look back in time and you go back to this section, that your worst case scenario is not going to happen. Neither is your best case. Something that you didn't even think about will happen, and therefore you shouldn't worry. And so my cloud, what I've been worried about, is whether or not I'm making the right decision. Is this the right path for me? Am I going to make it as an author and speaker? And worst case scenario is I waste my time and I look like a fool, or I feel stupid. And that's not that bad. I'm okay with that. Best case resolution is it works out and I get a literary agent and I write a book. I become a best-selling author. I start booking gigs to speak, and my life changes. So I hope the best case resolution happens or something in between. And I hope it's not the worst case. So, and if David Nurse is right, it won't be neither. So thanks again for staying tuned and watching this. See you tomorrow.